Dr. Vanita Rattan, and this channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of colour. So as you know, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of colour. So we get asked all the time, why is skin of colour different to Caucasian skin, and how do you recognise if you have skin of colour? So if your skin is more likely to tan rather than burn in the sun, you are classed as having skin of colour. You may have thought all this time, for example, if you're from the Mediterranean, that you have Caucasian skin because your skin is fairer or it's olive skin. But if you are more likely to tan, then it means you're more likely to hyperpigment, and that could be from melasma. And that's why melasma is such a huge issue in Europe as well. So if this is the case, it means you have to have much higher standards and much higher education when it comes to your skincare, because the majority of what's been created has not been created for large melanocytes. It's been created for small melanocytes, i.e. Caucasian skin. Because with Caucasian skin, they can literally do Fraxel laser, burn that full top layer of skin away, and the skin will grow back beautifully. With us, one mosquito can destroy our skin. Literally, we have to be far more careful. We cannot afford irritation and inflammation. So today's video is a really interesting one because we do get asked a lot about this, and this is purging versus breaking out. If that sounds good to you, please give me a thumbs up. So purging is thought to be when you have increased cell turnover and you have more plugs coming to the surface, more blocked pores coming to the surface. And this is then seen as blackheads, whiteheads, and just plain pimples. Now, with skin, it tends to turn over every 4 weeks. So that's about 30 days. As we get older, that cell cycle does increase. So I'm now 37. It was my birthday yesterday. And so now my cell cycle is about 40 days. And my mom, who's 60, her cell cycle is about 70 to 80 days. So that cell cycle is just bringing everything to the surface faster. So the key ingredients that tend to do this are your BHA, so your salicylic acid, your AHA, so that's glycolic acid, lactic acid, and mandelic acid. It could be plain old physical exfoliation that can make this happen. It can happen from retinoids, so that also increases your cell turnover. Niacinamide is one that we're seeing a lot of. Again, that just increases cell turnover. Now with niacinamide, the reason we use it is to control sebum production. And then when you have this purging effect of increasing cell turnover, suddenly you're seeing more pimples on your skin and you're thinking, what on earth is going on? It is more likely that it's increasing your cell turnover rather than having a reaction to niacinamide, because niacinamide is one of those ingredients that are really very friendly and very, very few people have a reaction to it. What I might say with niacinamide is start off at 5% rather than the full-blown 10%. Majority of the studies were done at 5%, but when the Ordinary came out with 10% and everyone started replicating the Ordinary, a lot of people came out with 10% niacinamides. Now, more people are coming out with 5% niacinamides, and that might be a better place to start, because then you are getting your skin used to that ingredient. You're titrating that ingredient on your skin. And maybe just do that a couple of nights a week, and then 3 nights a week, and then 4 nights a week. So you are gently easing this ingredient into your skin. Often we get really excited when we buy skincare. I know I do. And you just want to put it all on at the same time. And then you wonder, what just happened? Like, why is my skin behaving this way? So, with niacinamide, just take it slower. Start off at 5% if you are seeing purging. And I think you're going to be happier, because the thing with us is any form of irritation on our skin can lead to pigmentation, and that includes purging. Even if it was already in the skin and it happens all at once, it's actually it feels quite traumatic, because you're worried about the dark marks that are now going to be left behind. So it is something that we want to avoid. And the last ingredient is benzoyl peroxide, which is really frustrating, because the only reason you would ever put benzoyl peroxide on your skin is if you have oily, acne-prone skin, and then you certainly don't want that to lead to purging. If you've watched my acne-prone skin routine, you'll know that I always say start with 2.5%. So always start low, because it is quite drying, it is quite irritating, and we don't want to swing in the opposite direction. So what I would even say maybe is to just titrate it again. Don't go straight in with your 2.5% every day. I would just slowly bring it into your routine, maybe once a week, then twice a week, then 3 times a week. Just let your skin get used to this ingredient. And you know, you're not going to just have that sudden purging that happens when you've just almost overdone it with a harsh ingredient for skin of color. So the classic question we get asked is, well, Dr. V, how do I know if I'm purging or if I'm reacting? So if you know that your cell cycle is 4 to 6 weeks, for example, after this time, you shouldn't be having purging anymore, because purging theoretically is only what's in the skin has come to the surface. After 4 to 6 weeks, you're on a whole new cell cycle. So if after 4 to 6 weeks, it's still there, then it's likely you're having a reaction to that ingredient. Now, obviously none of us want that, and none of us want to wait 4 to 6 weeks to know if we're having a reaction to something. And so really the best thing is to titrate it on your skin and only do one ingredient at a time. See, when I give you a new skincare routine, for example, for oily acne prone skin or for whatever, automatically you will want to go and buy everything, which is fine, but I wouldn't say put it all on your face at the same time, because you need to know which product you are reacting to, or if you're purging. You're only going to be able to do that if you're systematically adding one product at a time. So start with your cleanser, then add your toner, then add the next thing, and you just do it every week. You add one more thing and you slowly build up those products on your skin so that, you know, your skin doesn't get angry with you. Because when your skin gets angry with you, there's nowhere to hide. So let's be kind to our skin and just do it gently. So what can you do to help yourself while your skin is purging? When your skin is purging, it actually becomes quite dehydrated. So what you want to do is have your water magnets in your skincare routine. So your water magnets are your humectants. So things like sodium hyaluronate are fantastic. You already know 1 molecule of hyaluronic acid will draw in 1,000 molecules of water. So it's very powerful. That's the first thing that I would do. I'd also add in anti-inflammatories into your skincare routine. So my favorite are going to be things like aloe, bisabolol, panthenol. These are all fantastic ingredients. I buy these products in 50 kg drums. So literally, they're so big I could fit my body in them. And when you, as a formulator, when you find products that you love, you literally put those ingredients in everything. And that's why when I go through Inky lists for you, you'll see the signature of the formulator. And my signature is obviously a ton of tyrosinase inhibitors and then anti-inflammatories, obviously for skin of color. So those are key ingredients. The other thing I would say is it's a really good idea, obviously, after you've put on your hyaluronic acid, to apply your fatty moisturizer, so water molecules are coming from the cream, but also use a humidifier so that at night time you're drawing water molecules from the air into your epidermis too. And these are all things that are going to really allow your skin to recover. Please can you write down below which products you have either purged with or broken out with. I think it'd be really helpful for everybody. And also, don't forget to download your free guide. It's down below, which is specifically for skin of color. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic and at Skincare by Dr. V, and on TikTok at Dr. Vanita Rattan. I tend to condense our videos that we make on YouTube, and I try and do as many as I can for TikTok, and I literally, you know, I'll turn a 20-minute video into 30 seconds to just tell you what to buy and what to avoid. So it's quite a good summary if that's what you want to see. And down below, just write down everything else that you want me to make for you. I feel like I'm really getting through our to-do list in terms of the ones that you asked me to do. So hopefully I've done a lot of what you want, but you know, get in there and tell me what I haven't done. Say, Dr. V, work harder. You're not working hard enough. And you know I will do it for you. Thank you very much.